Happy Waynesday! What's going on? So, I'm gonna do this early so it doesn't get late and I don't get tired. It's been a long day. It's Waynesday. You know, I hit the gym. Must. And I did my errands, took care of health. I ate, spent time with family, and I'm still working. It is 7 o'clock, almost 1900 hours. And what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about mind, body, and health. Health. I got cut off. So, health, mind, body. Let's go. Mind. Why the mind? Why the mind first? Okay, bottom line is whatever you decide, and that's your mind, whatever you decide is what's going to happen. Now, it's pouring outside and I'm going to get wet, but this is more important because we're talking about changing your life. And that's important because I don't know who's taking the time out to talk to you about this. And if there's no one, then I'm thankful that I'm here. If there's someone else and their opinion differs, then you have a couple of opinions to go with. So let's talk about this. Before we get into anything, ask yourself, what is something that you've put your mind to or you've in your mind decided and has happened? That could be good or that could be bad. So if you said, oh, I'm going to have a lousy day, and you did have a lousy day, guess why? You put it in your mind. And that's what happened. Things happen for a reason, but it's how you look at it. And that, again, is in your mind. It's your perspective. So, you know how some people do things and someone will come up and say, hey, doesn't that bother you? And they tell you no. Well, that's exactly it. It's in their mind, and if it doesn't bother them, but it somehow annoyed you or bothered you, again, it's one action and two different perspectives. So the mind is really what's important here. So we're going to deal with the mind. How do we approach the topic of the mind without getting all philosophical crazy and make this real simple and sweet? Your mind is what's controlling everything. So figuring out what your mind wants, what you want, telling it to your mind, and then acting upon that. That's the important key here. So let's understand before we get to mind, body, and soul. Body, soul, spirit. Here's what it comes down to. Your mind has to understand what your goals are, what your desires are, what the outcome is going to be. And once it's done that, the next step is taking action. Body. The best way to explain this is if you are feeling a certain way and negative, if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling that you're drained, drop right now and do as many push-ups as you can. Feel your heart beat, all right? Feel it pulse, feel your body, feel it get warm, flushed. You've told your mind, hey, this is what I'm gonna do, or my mind has told your mind, this is what we're gonna do. You did it, now you have this feeling. That feeling, the blood rushing through your body, is the thing that you need that says, let's do something. Your soul. And I want to touch more on the body, but I don't want to get lost in the weeds here. And really the important part about the body is being healthy. Because if there's something that you want to do, that your mind says, hey, I want to climb a mountain, your body's got to be able to deal with that. You've got to be in shape. If you're making it something simple, if you want to look physically better, you've got to decide it in your mind, and then you've got to put your body in a position where it's going to do that. If you say, I want to be a runner, an athlete, I don't know. I'm just thinking, there's so many things that you can choose to do. If you want to be a hard worker, oh my gosh, if you want to stay late at work, you're going to have to be fit too, because you've got to be clear on your work. You've got to be accurate. You can't be lethargic and tired throughout the day. So your mind's going to decide, well, I'm going to be a hard worker. Well, your body's got to be able to hold up to that. Otherwise, you'll pass out, get sick, not come into work, not want to work, not perform well at work. So even these little things, it's something as it's just a job, but I want to do really good at this job. You've got to get all of these things in order. So we've got to understand the mind is the first thing we've got to work on. Now, strengthening the mind, you got to make some decisions in life. You got to read books, watch videos, listen to audio that will propel you, push you, that will motivate you, that will get you on the path that you want to be on. This is not someone else's path. This is yours. However you're doing it is going to be different than anyone else that's done it before. It's not going to be the same. It's you. So don't think you're doing exactly what someone else has done. It's never that. All right? But you can make a decision that someone else has made and go forth with it. Now, body, you got to get yourself prepared for that. They had some tasks that they had to do, sleepless nights, weeks, days, whatever it is, but your body's got to be able to hold up with that. All right? Soul. Let's get into the soul. The soul, the spirit, your belief, your faith, whatever it is, it's got to be reinforced, and you've got to be good with it, and you've got to have that. Now let's make this simple and not get into any one religion or anything like that. Let's just put it as your belief. Whatever you believe in, that's got to push you, and that's got to settle you and console you, make you comfortable inside so you can deal with the only person in the office, the late nights, the stress, any of the side effects of being exceptional, you're going to have to deal with. And you'll have to find a way to keep yourself right. Otherwise, you're going to burn out. You're going to do the wrong things. Ethically, morally, you're going to get yourself in trouble, which is going to ultimately take away from the success that you're trying to build on. All right? So the long and short of this is, here's what we want to do. We want to tackle the mind, the body, and the soul, and here's how we're going to do it. First, 5 minutes. Sit there, clear your mind, no audio, no TV, anything. Just write down some stuff. What is it you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? What do you like? And let's put it together. Then start reverse engineering this. See where you think you'll want to be and say, well, what does it take to get back to this? Okay, go backwards. How do we get there? And those are your steps. So in numbers, we're saying, I want 10. But what I'm going to do is start 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When we get to 1, that's our body. Put ourselves in action and do that. Then, as you're doing it, the sustaining force that's going to drive you is inside. All right? Work and keep that soul happy. Whatever that means. Relax, meditation, church, temple, outings, nature, whatever it is that you need to set yourself right, you got to do it for you. All right. So today's Waynesday, and I've given you what I can as I promised, my knowledge, my experience, and my hopes to you.